So I heard on the news today, a big snowstorm is on its way. Just about that time the wife said, "Hey baby, if you don't mind, would you please maybe go to the store and get us some of that bread and milk and some thin sliced cheese?" So being the good husband I am, I simply nodded my head and agreed. But I would've shut my mouth and stayed home if only I would've known. Yeah, every time I say it's gonna snow and the wife asks, you better say no. If you go to the store the day before, it's just gonna be one big shit show. Now you know you don't need no milk, and you already have that bread. But in the back of your mind you hear that little voice say, "Get some more or you'll end up dead." Well, when I pulled into the parking lot, I said, "Yeah, I need to get this done." 'Cause at the door 3 old ladies were already in a brawl with some nuns. I heard one of them yell as she threw another punch. Well, the bread's all gone and all I have is buns. Well, I slid on by and grabbed the cart as I lowered my head and run. On the floor by the empty canned soup aisle was a fat old lady on her belly. In front of her was an old man, every day the age of 80. He had knocked her off and stole her ride, and he gave her the finger as he rode by real slow. "Yeah, baby, I'm here for the Captain Crunch and the 2%. Oh, you better get out of my way. Yeah, every time I say it's gonna snow and the wife asks, you better say no. 'Cause if you go to the store the day before, you know it's gonna be one big shit show. Now you know you don't need no milk, and you already have that bread. But in the back of your mind you hear that little voice say, "Better get some more, you'll end up dead." Now every aisle is empty and all the cans are gone. There's no meat in the freezer, and all I can see as I run is the last pack of toilet paper as I swing down that lane. Here comes that old man singing the same refrain. "You better get out of my way." He extended his arm and grabbed a pack, and that's about the time I had enough. I looked around for something to use. Now I didn't want to hurt him, but sometimes you gotta be tough. So I reached to my right and grabbed a broom, and when I saw him start to smile, I rammed it into the spokes of the wheel and left him there in a pile. Yeah, every time I say it's gonna snow and the wife asks, you better say no. If you go to the store the day before, you know it's gonna be one big shit show. Now you know you don't need no milk, and you already have that bread. But in the back of your mind you hear the little voice say, "Get some more, you might just end up dead." Yeah, you know you don't need no milk, and you already have that bread. But in the back of your mind you hear that little voice say, "Get some more, or you're gonna end up dead."